Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Throwing on first down is Carr. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. A look now at the Oakland offense.
One of the things I like to do when I'm scouting players is talk to those who knew him before. And I ended up finding out that Amari Cooper has been like a professional route runner since the time he was 6 or 7 years old. Has always taken the game seriously. Has always worked on his craft.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First carry for Devontae Booker. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still 2nd down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Let's go.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Mario Edwards able to run him down for a loss of a yard. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they've watched the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Keenum on 3rd and goal. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On first down, Hill. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They go play action here on first down. And Cook has it, left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Hill, and he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On the ground, this is Hill. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
Throwing now is Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Freeman. For 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
Roger. Stand down. Very left.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. He's got a 1st down. That's his 1st catch. Remember, he's the NFL leader in that category at the midway point. The first carry for C.J. Prosise. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Keenum. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 3-all the score. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And McManus able to put it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Hill. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40, 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jeremy Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This will be fielded at the 6. And coming out now, the Broncos. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. A 2nd down carry for Booker. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll run the option right here on first down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll try the air now with Keenum. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line.
53.
From the gun, here's Keenum. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That goes for a gain of 31.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Down.
From the red zone, it's Keenum. And this one is incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. And he rifles one incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Flush to his right. And he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When your player... His stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll look to run with Freeman. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your 10th-born.
It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Carr to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Roger. On 53. On 53.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. And an alley to run. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
52.
Booker on 1st down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And now they'll throw with Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Proscience. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
53.
On first down, it's Keenum. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Keenum on first down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down.
Hey, go Roger. 22. 22. Hey, take 1, Lance. Take 53.
Third and long. It's Keenum. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Here's Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Hey, looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On second down, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Keenum now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll hand off to Booker. Powers through. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Keenum going to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got Moncrief. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Hey, orange horn! Orange horn! 22! 22!
On second down, here's Keenum. Staying up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Mario Edwards able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Keenum going to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Keenum. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Keenum to throw on second down. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's third down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Tahir Whitehead in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
That, quite simply, is Jeremy Hill. A very powerful, compact back.
He's always been that. Even back at LSU, that's where he honed that skill, right?
Love to run between the tackles and take the contact as well as dish it out.
Now, 185.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
6-18.
Now they'll throw with Carr. That is incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd down.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
They go play action here on first down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now on first down. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Keenum. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Denver has the first down to play, going for 15 yards.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Keenum now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Get down!
From midfield, here's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Carr throwing on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now, we're waiting.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Cooper was the intended target.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They'll start out on the ground with Booker. Runs over it. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Roger. Right. Clean.
Now Keenum throwing on second. And it's complete to the tight end Hireman. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Keenum. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to skip it more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. From the gun on third down, Keenum shrugs him off. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now here come the Raiders. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing his car on third down. He completes it to Bryant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
To throw, it's Carr. And he finds Beasley complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now he'll escape to his right and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Right 20. Here go, 52.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes them.
Down. 22.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Down. Roger.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
22. Very left.
From the gun, here's Keenum. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun, it's Carr. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And this is Cook with a grab. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run. It's Hill. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, I'll tell you, this guy's had a monster game on the ground. So if you're going to go for it on 4th and short, it can't be any secret who's going to get the ball. And sure enough, he's going to add to his total here as they pick up the first down.
Now Hill. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score now.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, Roger. Hey, orange.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And that's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Roger. Very left.
Keenum on first down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. A 2nd down carry for Process. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and short, it's Process. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll look to throw. He'll dump it off to Process. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's back to throw, being chased out left. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run down here with Procise. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish him off.
A score that puts him in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Keenum now to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Back to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Denver, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
You